Flounder is a bottom fish with a special shape. A flat body and one eye on the same side as the body. To catch flounder, fishermen often use manual or modern fishing methods. One of the popular methods is to use a bottom net, which is dropped to the seabed where flounder often hides. The net is pulled across the seabed area to capture flounder when they move or lie still. In addition, some fishermen also use fishing rods with special bait, because flounder often eat small animals living on the seabed such as shrimp and crabs. To harvest effectively, fishermen need to have knowledge about the living characteristics of flounder, especially their feeding habits and hiding places. Catching flounder requires patience and technique, because this fish is quite agile and has the ability to camouflage well with the seabed. In addition to using bottom nets and fishing, another method used to catch flounder is to use a trawler. Trawlers can navigate through areas of the ocean where flounder are abundant, making for a more efficient harvest. Trawl nets are typically smaller in size and are pulled over shallow or deep bottoms where flounder lurk. However, this method requires skill in maneuvering the boat and net so as not to damage the marine environment and other organisms. An important factor in catching flounder is knowing the right time and area to fish. Flounder are often active at night or on days with light waves, so fishermen often have to monitor natural conditions to choose the right time. On the other hand, the protection of aquatic resources is also very important, because flounder is a species of high economic value. So many areas have applied management measures, such as limiting the size of catches and fishing time to ensure the sustainability of flounder populations. In short, flounder fishing not only requires the skills and experience of fishermen but also requires an understanding of marine ecology, along with the application of methods to protect marine resources, ensuring long-term benefits for the community. In order to maintain the sustainability of flounder fishing, many fishermen and environmental protection organizations have applied strict management measures and regulations on fishing. One of the important measures is to prohibit fishing during the flounder spawning season, when flounder are carrying eggs or have just spawned. This helps ensure that flounder populations can reproduce and grow, sustaining the resource for future generations. In addition, it is important to adopt environmentally friendly fishing methods, such as using nets with appropriate mesh sizes or limiting trawling too deep to avoid excessive disturbance to seabed ecosystems. Some fishermen also participate in sustainable fishing programs, in which they are certified for the origin and method of fishing, helping to increase the value of flounder products on the market. In addition, modern technology also contributes to improving fishing efficiency and protecting flounder resources. Devices such as fish finders, depth sensors, or GPS systems help fishermen accurately determine the location of flounder and potential fishing areas. This not only increases the efficiency of finding fish but also helps to limit overfishing in areas without fish, thereby minimizing the impact on the environment and other living species. In short, halibut fishing is not only a profession with high economic value but also requires a combination of tradition and modern technology, as well as compliance with environmental protection regulations to maintain the sustainable development of this fish species in the future, in addition to environmental management and protection measures. Raising public awareness of the importance of flounder and other aquatic species also plays an important role in conserving aquatic resources. Non-governmental organizations, government agencies and fishermen's associations regularly organize training sessions and disseminate information on sustainable fishing methods and regulations on aquatic resource protection. This not only helps fishermen better understand the importance of protecting the marine environment but also creates a fishing community that is more aware and responsible for protecting marine resources. In addition, the development of marine ecotourism also brings long-term benefits to the conservation of flounder and other marine animals. Marine areas with rich aquatic resources, including flounder, are increasingly attracting tourists, especially those who love to explore marine ecosystems. Ecotourism not only generates income for local communities but also helps raise awareness of the importance of protecting the marine environment. In some places, fish watching and diving activities to observe marine life are becoming a popular form of tourism, helping to reduce pressure on fishing. However, to effectively implement measures to protect and manage halibut resources, cooperation is also needed between authorities, fishing communities, environmental protection organizations and consumers. Consumers can contribute to the protection of aquatic resources by choosing halibut products certified as sustainably caught, thereby encouraging fishermen and seafood processors to apply environmentally friendly production methods. In short, halibut fishing is not only dependent on techniques and fishing methods, but must also be associated with environmental protection and sustainable development solutions. To ensure a rich and sustainable future for halibut resources, close cooperation between stakeholders, from fishermen, governments, environmental organizations to consumers, is needed to build a fishery that develops in harmony with nature. To continue to maintain sustainable development in halibut fishing, scientists and experts are also studying measures to restore halibut populations in areas that have been overexploited or damaged by overfishing or environmental pollution. One important strategy is to establish marine reserves, where fishing for halibut and other fish species is limited or completely banned. These reserves not only protect flounder during their spawning period, but also create healthy seas that act as seedlings for the repopulation of flounder populations in other areas. In addition, research into techniques for artificially breeding flounder is also being carried out to reduce the pressure on natural fishing and help restore populations. Aquaculture hatcheries are gradually adopting methods of raising flounder under controlled conditions, providing a supply of high-quality fingerlings for release into the wild or for aquaculture. This is a solution that helps balance the need for fishing and the protection of natural resources. Technology is also playing an important role in monitoring and protecting flounder. Automated surveillance systems, including underwater sensors and cameras, can help track the movement of flounder schools and detect unusual behavior, providing timely information to authorities to check and stop illegal fishing activities. Applying information technology and big data to analyze ecological trends and dynamics of flounder also helps researchers and fishermen make rational fishing decisions, based on accurate and timely information. Along with that, propaganda campaigns to reduce the demand for flounder consumption outside areas with sustainable fish stocks are also important. Consumers can make a positive impact by choosing seafood products that are certified sustainable or have a clear origin, helping to maintain the sustainable development of the seafood industry. In short, to protect and sustainably develop halibut resources. In addition to strict exploitation management, there must be a coordination between scientific methods, technology, and strategies to conserve and restore the marine environment. The active participation of fishing communities, authorities, environmental protection organizations, and consumers is a decisive factor in ensuring that halibut and other aquatic species will remain valuable resources for future generations, continuing with solutions to protect and sustainably develop flounder resources. Strengthening international cooperation in the management and protection of migratory aquatic species, including flounder, is also an important factor. Flounder often has a wide distribution, from coastal waters to deep ocean areas. Therefore, the management of flounder resources is not only the responsibility of coastal countries but also requires coordination between countries and international organizations. International agreements on the protection of aquatic species, such as the Conventions on Sustainable Fisheries Management and the Protection of the Marine Environment, can help ensure that flounder fishing areas are strictly and reasonably controlled. A good example of international cooperation is the high seas, where countries and organizations can share information on the status of flounder populations, methods of protection and management of fisheries resources. In addition, Organizations such as the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, play an important role in supporting countries in developing and implementing plans to protect aquatic resources, including halibut. In addition, the development of sustainable aquaculture models can help reduce the pressure on wild halibut. Halibut farming in aquaculture farms can provide a stable and sustainable supply to the market, minimizing overfishing. However, the development of halibut farming also requires careful research on farming conditions, nutrition, and environmental factors to ensure that the process does not harm the marine ecosystem. Another important aspect is education and raising public awareness about the value of halibut and the risks of overfishing. Environmental education programs and communication campaigns can help people, especially fishermen, understand the importance of maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems, thereby promoting actions to protect marine resources. Environmental protection organizations can launch campaigns to encourage consumers to choose seafood products that are certified as sustainably caught. And to communicate the negative impacts of consuming illegally caught or overfished halibut. Finally, continued investment in scientific research on the ecology and protection of marine resources is an indispensable factor in maintaining the sustainable development of aquatic species, including halibut. Research on the life cycle of halibut, migration, and environmental factors that affect their growth can help managers make more accurate decisions in managing fishery resources. Furthermore, the development of advanced technologies in monitoring and protecting the marine environment will help fishermen and authorities promptly detect and handle problems related to the decline of flounder populations. In short, the protection and sustainable development of flounder resources is not a simple task. But a combination of many factors, from fishing management strategies, international cooperation, scientific research, to the development of sustainable farming methods and raising public awareness. It is the consensus and joint efforts of all stakeholders that will create a stable and sustainable future for flounder resources and other aquatic species. Flounder is a demersal fish with high economic value, mainly caught by bottom nets or lines. Fishermen often use bottom nets to drag through sea areas with sandy or muddy bottoms, where flounder often hide. When caught, nets are pulled through the sea, catching flounder as they move or lie still on the bottom. Some fishermen also use poles with natural bait such as shrimp and crab to catch flounder, especially in areas less affected by large-scale fishing activities. After being caught, the flounder is transported to shore and processed immediately to preserve its freshness. The process of processing flounder usually begins with cleaning, scaling and gutting. With its sweet, chewy meat and few bones, flounder can be prepared in many different dishes. From grilled, fried, steamed to salad.